A narcissist puts you in a deep trance of manipulation and gaslighting, convincing you that your only purpose is to serve their ego. They dissociate you from your personality, from your identity, from your thoughts, feelings, until you lose touch with reality, you lose touch with yourself, and you think the way they want you to think. It's called narcissistic interjection. When the narcissist puts their voice in your head, and that voice then acts on their behalf, speaking to you continuously and making you do things they want you to do. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Today's episode is all about knowing and understanding 5 things a narcissist believes in and wants you to believe as well. If that sounds interesting enough and you want to know what these things are, please make sure to subscribe before we begin, because your subscription to the channel helps in spreading awareness and reaching more survivors who need a lot of help. Having that said, I have a question for you to just begin our discussion with. What was the biggest thing, the repeated message in the narcissist manipulation, gaslighting, in the conversations they wanted you to embody, to fully believe in, irrationally so? Drop your answers in comments below and help others see light that they may not be able to see in the darkness the narcissist has casted. Number 1, no other person will love you the way I do. There is this delusional aspect to this belief, first of all. You can see the grandiosity oozing out when a narcissist says so. It is their entitlement as well, that you are mine and I can treat you however I want to. And the way that I treat you is what you deserve from me. Nobody else is going to treat you the way I do, because the way I treat you is the best treatment that you could get out there. When the narcissist uses the word love, nobody will ever love you. Basically, what they're saying is, nobody is going to be great, as amazing as I am. So you better settle for what I have to offer, because the person that I am, you're not going to find such a gem anywhere else. It's very surprising that even in this belief, the narcissist is not talking about you. They're talking about themselves. They're putting themselves on the pedestal, and there is nothing in it about you. It's all about the narcissist. Belief number 2, you are clingy and needy, even when you just want to spend time with the narcissist. Their priority is to get their needs met. They want you to just fulfill their needs. If they want you to prostrate before them, you have to do so. If they want you to become a doormat and let them walk all over you, you have to do so. You're obliged. You have to, because the narcissist in their crazy mind thinks they own you. This ownership has no bounds and limits. They can use you in whatever way they want to, but there is no reciprocity. There should be no expectations from your side, because if you have expectations, then you are a fool. Then you are bothering the narcissist. You're burdening them. You're making their life miserable just for having these needs that every single person has. A narcissist wants you to become a doll that they can put a key in and just use whenever they want to. They want you to dance on their instructions. They want you to move as per their instructions. Even your breathing is controlled by them. I mean, metaphorically speaking, and sometimes even literally, they just put you in such a terrible state of fear that even your breathing gets regulated by their actions. Personally speaking, I used to stop breathing when in presence of my narcissistic father. So was the fear he had instilled in my body. Belief number 3, you are in pain and suffering because of your own issues. I don't have anything to do with you. The first thing is, the narcissist doesn't think they can do anything bad. They cannot make any mistakes. So no way they can be the source of harm to you. No way they can cause you pain. Of course not. It has to be someone else. It has to be you. In a crazy way, they justify it to themselves. You are the source of your pain, even when they're cheating on you, even when they're betraying you, lying to you, putting you down, shaming you, belittling you, abusing you in all ways they do, but still, somehow, it is justified on the basis of your actions. You did this, that's why I did that, and this reason and that reason. It is never their responsibility. It is never their fault. If there is anyone to blame, it is you. It's your past. It is your issue that you have with men. It's your issue that you have with women because of how your relationship was with your mother. It is because of how your past was. It is because of the baggage that you're carrying. You are having these problems with me in this relationship. I'm not at fault. You go and work on yourself, and I'll hold space for you. I'll be kind enough, caring enough to give you all the time and space needed so that you can fix yourself. This is absolute and total crazy making. One, they convince you are the problem. Second, they become the savior to say, I will give you all the space when you do not need any space in the first place. All you need is validation from them, acceptance that they are the root cause, but that never happens. Belief number 4, you choose to live in past you never let go. Even if that past has happened only a few moments ago and they have put you down in front of, let's say, multiple people in a group. They have shamed you, or they said something they knew they shouldn't have said but still said it to hurt you. You are expected to just forgive and forget. Just act like nothing is happening. You are expected to become blind, deaf and dumb, just as if you do not process anything at all, as if you do not have your brains, as if you do not have emotions. They just want you to just tolerate that abuse. It's almost like they want to keep hitting you physically, and you're not allowed to say, it's hurting, stop. No, it's your problem. How dare you to ask them to stop? You're expected to tolerate that because I own you. You are my extension. You're my ownership. I can treat you however I want to. You're not expected to have a voice. You are expected to let go. And it's not actual letting go. It's basically enabling their ego. Just give me all the positive supply that you have to offer. Do not point out my faults. And just keep forgetting whatever I do, because those things do not matter. The bad things that I do, they're not actually bad. And if you hold on to them, you are the problem. So forgive and forget. Number 5 and the last one. This is the most disastrous and destructive one. The narcissist calls you a liar. Basically everything they are, but do not want to acknowledge. They will call you needy when they are the one who needs attention all the damn time. They call you clingy when they are the one who needs to check into your phone, follow you everywhere you go, when they do not leave you alone. They need to be in your side constantly. They call you desperate when they are desperate themselves because they can't regulate their emotions, and they need you to be there as a remedy to the desperation they can't handle themselves. They call you impulsive when they are the ones who act on a whim, who just act impulsively whether or not their response or their actions are appropriate. They just do whatever they want to whenever they want to because they need instant gratification. So for these reasons, it has been rightly said, a narcissist's accusations are confessions. Whenever a narcissist accuses you of something, just understand and accept that it is the confession of who they actually are. It is their personality that is being projected on you. But the brainwashing happens at such a subtle level, at such a deep level, that you are convinced that you're everything they themselves are. Having that said, you need to understand and remember to not personalize the things that come to you from them. Just keep rejecting their narrative and try to find who you are, because your truth is not their lies. In a nutshell, we can say a narcissist is crazy delusional. Whatever they think becomes their truth, therefore their reality. And that reality is their fantasy of which they want you to become a part of. If you by any chance reject to do so or raise concerns, you become the enemy, and that is what triggers their devaluation. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it insightful. Please let me know what your thoughts were, what came up for you while listening, and drop your experiences in the comments. I'll talk with you in the next one. As always, let the healing begin and continue.